So I just got home from Nashville, and as usual, I was traveling with my Martin LX1e. This is a sweet little travel guitar that I've featured in quite a few videos. But this time, on the way home to California, this intrepid Martin was subjected to an unexpected endurance test. I mean, maybe the ultimate endurance test. We were flying Southwest Airlines. Bara and I were in boarding group 8. That's the last boarding group, and we encountered an uninformed and overzealous gate agent. Now, I happen to know, and you should too, there's a federal law, 49 U.S. Code 41724. And this law gives you carry-on rights for small instruments, including guitars. Airlines must allow you to bring your instrument into the cabin and charge no extra fee, but only if your instrument fits in the overhead bin or under the seat, which this won't, and if there's space available when you board. Now, the gate agent saw that I had a backpack and this small guitar, and she shook her head and told me all the overhead bin space is full and that I have to check the guitar. So I make a big fuss, I cite the law, and she insists there is no room for my guitar on that plane. Now, I have no way of knowing if all the bin space is full, but she should, right? She's in regular communication with the flight attendants, I assume. But I've been on recent flights where even though Southwest pleaded with and forced passengers to check bags at the gate, there was still open overhead bin space, even when I get on in the final boarding group. So she tries to downplay the issue and recommends the absurd option of rebooking on another flight. And I say, like, how's that going to help? I'll be in the same final boarding group and have the same problem. They don't even have fragile tags at the gate. So then I confirm that since they're forcing me to check this, that Southwest will pay if the guitar is damaged in any way. And to that, the gate agent says, yes, they'll pay. So I really have no choice. If I want to get home that day, I'm gonna do the unthinkable, right? So with no more protection than this simple factory gig bag, I hand my little Martin to the baggage handler. And I know full well it's gonna be in cargo from Nashville to Denver and then transfer, right? Change planes to go from Denver to Oakland. So it's gonna get cold, probably mishandled more than once. And I'm just hoping, because it's shaped like a guitar, that maybe other baggage handlers will treat it with some respect. Now, of course, I'd never do this with a fine, expensive, or vintage guitar. In fact, this is really the only guitar that I own that could quite easily be replaced with the exact same model that would sound and perform the same way. So, we board the plane. We're among the final 5 passengers. Lo and behold, plenty of overhead bin space for both my backpack and the guitar. I mean, plenty. And my wife Bara is even more incensed than I am. But I say to her, hey, let's make this a test, right? This is the ultimate test of the guitar and how Southwest handles it. Let's see what happens, and it's going to be their problem if they screw it up. So I want to know, has anything like this ever happened to you? And how did you deal with it, and what was the outcome? Please leave a comment to share your war stories and what airlines they happen on. Okay, so now this little baby's in cargo and in God's hands, right? And I just let it go. And the flights are pretty much on time, but when we arrive in Oakland, it's raining cats and dogs. And because I'm near the back of the plane, I can see the baggage handlers unloading the cargo hold. And eventually, I see the guitar come out. And the guy throws it on the luggage trailer, which has no canopy, while he loads it in the rain, right? So the guitar case is out there getting drenched. And then I see him throw a suitcase right on top of the guitar. And I'm thinking, that's it. Now, I assumed that when I got to the baggage claim, at the very least, someone would walk it out by hand. Nope, comes out with all the other heavy suitcases on the conveyor. I mean, unbelievable, really. And when I get it, the case is sopping wet. So I assume the guitar is wrecked. So I open the gig bag and take a look, and the neck is still attached, and the spruce top is still attached. In fact, the whole guitar is intact. Not only that, the gig bag is a little damp and clammy on the inside, but not wet. So Southwest got very lucky and didn't have to buy me a new guitar. And this little CF Martin LX1e and its TKL world-class case both proved themselves. Now, of course, it was way out of tune, confirming it had been knocked around. There you go. But that was the only issue. So this ultimate test is yet another reason why my Martin LX1e is still my trusty travel companion. All right, watch this to see another example of this guitar's durability and to hear what it sounds like.